What's going on, everybody? It's the Shane Leader here, and today I'm going to be going over how to deal with Dhalsim when you're playing Zangief, right? I main both of these characters. They're my two favorite characters. So, and if you've played as Zangief, you know Dhalsim and JP and Gal are horrible match. They're so frustrating, right? Because of this, right? Obviously, you have to get in, but he can keep you away. Then he throws in this, and he does this stupid crap. Those are things I enjoy doing with Dhalsim. He does this to you. So I'm going to show you how to deal with that when you're Zangief. So obviously, the first thing, when you first start off a round, I'm going to tell you what I do as Dhalsim first. And then I'm going to show you what I do as Zangief. So when I'm playing as Dhalsim, and I'm playing it really anyone, but especially Zangief, when I start off a round one fight, Pat, right? For this, you know, because we know Zangief, you're going to be walking forward most of the time or jumping forward. So you got to look out for this. This one's seems a little faster, but this one is the fastest, right? The other way I start off a round, because I know you have to walk forward or jump forward, is round one fight. Right? And then I also do, and I do this to the same person, you know, one round I'll start off with this, you know, and as the matches continue, I'll start off with that, and then round one fight. You will be surprised how many people fall for that. And then here's the thing, when I know you have to be mindful of that, that makes people a little bit less aggressive if they're a thoughtful player. Sometimes when people are wildly aggressive, they don't really care, and you can just keep taking advantage of them. But when people are trying to adapt to what you're doing, that actually makes them a little more reluctant to come forward. Now, one thing about Dhalsim is that some of his normals, his strong normals, can be canceled into fireballs, right? So you see the flash of red on this is his heavy standing kick. Come out. See, so he can do that, right? So just block it, parry it. When he's throwing this stuff out, either you can, first thing I would say is just parry it and just continue walking forward. One of the most scary things for people who are fighting against your Zangief, one of the most terrifying things is you just simply walking forward and patiently blocking, parrying their fireballs, blocking their attacks, and walking forward. It terrifies people, right? So against Dhalsim, you don't want to jump a whole lot, right? Unless he's like, if he's continually doing this, right? Because people will do that. They'll go, fireball. I can't get a fireball to come out. They'll do that. Fireball, you know. If they're continually if they're attacking in a rhythm like this, then you can kind of maybe time your jumps and jump over. The only other time, because he has this, I forgot to mention. So what I'll do, and this gets people all the time, knock him down or at least get a throw. Boom, on wake up, I'll do that. Right? What about his, he got another throw. I'll do that. And people jump into it all the time. On wake up, I very rarely do this because I know that most people are going to jump. Dhalsim, and you're tired of them keeping you away and you're trying to get close. So on wake up, another thing on wake up you got to watch out for is Yoga Flame. Right? Because don't be so anxious to get close to him that you're not blocking the wake up. Because I do that on wake up all the time. Partly because I don't know what else to do. So that's what I do. But it catches people on all ranks. You know, it catches people on all ranks. The other thing I like to do on wake up is he blocked it. Very risky. I think I have it on block after the first hit. The higher levels, that's super risky. They will get you. But it's supposed to be a Zangief tutorial, not a Dhalsim. But anyway, So that's what you gotta look out. You gotta look out for this. Block them, parry them. See if he's doing it in the pattern. Because if a smart Dhalsim, what he's gonna do is, if you're just blocking these and you're standing there and you're patient, I'm gonna say he's figuring out my pattern, and he's going to eventually figure me out. And he's gonna start jumping in or doing some of the other things I'm going to show you in this video. The other thing they'll do is they'll do this, do this. So here's the thing: if Dhalsim does this, just parry it. Just parry it, because he'll try to get you. Got the button wrong. He'll do this. 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 And your Zangief, you're slow as I don't know what. Just block it. I'm telling you. Parry those. Expect every time you see a fireball. I should put them on block, right? Every time, expect that, right? Every time you do that, expect something else, right? The other thing I like to do as Dhalsim, and this is just important for you to know, I like to do this. Let's say I'm doing this and you're parrying, you're blocking all my stuff, blocking all my fireball. You're blocking all my stuff without. If you're parrying, I'll do this. Right? So if you're parrying fireballs and stuff, but you're not moving, advancing with it, like if you're just going to stand there and parry the whole time, eventually I'm going to hit you with this. Right? So what you want to do is, when he's throwing fireballs, you parry them, you move forward, and you anticipate that he's either, I mean, he's slow as crap. He's only going to do but so much. Either he's going to fireball and do that, or he's going to fireball and do that, or he's going to fireball and then do this. So you block it, you be ready to block again, and you be mindful of the teleport. Now, if he teleports you like that, you can either just jump or you can lariat, right? Jumping, it depending on your reflexes. Jumping, neutral jumping might be better, right? So if you do this, neutral jump, and then wreak havoc, right? The other thing. So you're not going to be doing a lot of jumping. Another thing I do, I think I mentioned it on Wake Up. Oh, I got him to block everything, right? Do not fall for this. Do not fall for this. I do that all the time. And then if you block it, I just back up, right? Because everybody, not just Zangief, everybody's natural tendency is, oh, it's over my head. I'm just going to walk forward. And I will literally intentionally, like maybe not that close. I'll intentionally shoot it over their head just so that they will move. Just so that they'll walk forward. And everybody in every rank will walk. It's common sense. So if he does a yoga arch, if he does this, expect that, or expect that, right? And if he does this on Wake Up, expect the slide. I'm not saying you just stand there and don't ever move forward, but expect it, right? Because the way that he gets you with these fireball traps and everything is you get impatient. It hits you a couple of times, you react just a split second too slow, and you feel like you should have got past it, and then you're pissed off, and the next thing you know, you're just hopping all around with Zangief, and then he's hitting you with everything else. So I think Dhalsim probably has more anti-airs than anyone. So he's got that one, that's just standing back, heavy punch. He's got this one, standing back, medium punch. He's got this one, he's got that one, and he's got this too. So he's got more anti-airs than anyone. You don't need to be jumping in. This is quick. This isn't a dragon punch motion. This is just back in medium. So if I'm standing there just throwing fireballs and stuff, I can do this easily. right? And then this too, easily. It's just back. It's just back in standing heavy kick. So he's got way too many anti-airs for you to just hop in on, unless he's just doing this. Then you can hop in. Now the other thing to deal with is this crap here, or this floating. What he's going to do is he's going to try to hit you with this, right? Now, if he teleports, I mean, as you get to the higher levels, you may get this or something, some other fancy stuff that I can't do. But the typical Dhalsim, I guarantee they don't have a lot of tricks in their bag because they don't have to. Most people can't deal with his basic stuff, so that they don't have any fancy stuff. So that's why I say just being able to walk forward and block and everything. I'm gonna show you some matches too. I should have said that. I probably had timestamps so you could just get past with blabber. If he teleports high, stop for that. And the way you counter that is Larry, immediate. As soon as you see the teleport, Larry, you'll hit him every time. Now, if he's lower and he teleports, that heavy punch this thing takes a long time, and you can lariat him or block it. If he teleports low, he may do this. That's his medium punch, or medium kick, or he could do heavy kick, right? So if you think he's going to teleport, I mean, if you're trying to anticipate teleports, and he's low like this, then he can hit you out the air if you jump or something. But whatever. I'm telling you, most Dhalsim players are very simple. They're just taking advantage of the matchup, not necessarily their intensive stick skills, right? So the way you deal with this, you jump over that. Jump over that one, right? You jump over that, and then you be ready to block. Don't get greedy. Jump over it, and then he does this, you block it. You jump over this, and you take your time and walk him down. And when you get close enough, because when you get close enough to where he's going to be scared of you, then that's when you start anticipating teleports or slides, right? So the main thing is patience and knowing what he likes to do. This is a quick bailout. This is a quick bailout, you know. But if he's teleporting if he teleports near you, lariat, right? If he teleports up here, lariat. What else? That's all he has. That's all he has. When he's close, I mean, look, Yoga Flame. Just again, don't wake up. Don't wake up. You just make sure you're blocking. That's one thing I can think of for this portion. Alright, so what I would do is I would do this. Instead of doing a regular fireball forward, I do this one, right? And also know that Dhalsim has this, and that's 2 hits. So I don't know what you can do if he's throwing regular fireballs. Sometimes eat it, because the amount of time you take. Let me see if I can get this dummy thing right. Oh, I'm in the wrong character. So I was going to show you. Sometimes, maybe if it's an air one, but just try it out. Go into casual mode. Try it out. Because sometimes just eating a fireball and just continuing to walk forward and being ready to block any follow-ups can get you to him closer. If he's not doing a lot of that, if he's just doing this the whole time, then eat that one and go forward. Or perfect parry. Perfect parry is even better because you don't slow down at all. And trust me, once you get to this point, he's going to be terrified. Alright, so that's enough on the Dhalsim side. I'm going to switch to Zangief, and I'm going to show you what to do. Alright, so the first thing we're going to look at is this foolishness here. So obviously, you can jump over it, right? But, you know, he mixes it in with the other stuff. Now here's the thing. If you find a guy, let me stop, that's annoying. The thing you need to realize though is people tend to have a pattern to when they do these attacks. So he may usually do 2 of those and then a fireball, or he normally does that just after his fireball. You know, it's up to you to kind of figure them out. But if you have a guy who's continually spamming that, boom. Even the regular, that was the OD, but oh, that was, I missed it. That was the regular one, and what it does is, if you basically his arms extends his hitbox, so it'll warp you to his body to finish the throw. See, it like speeds up your animation. Try one more time so I can make it a little more obvious. Yeah, you see he didn't take nearly as long doing his gather or whatever the hell he does before he runs. And the same thing for these other attacks too. Now you can, the timing is hard, but if you have someone just spamming, if you have someone spamming this, you can hit it. I mean, as you can see, I got hit by it twice. So, and of course, he's not going to, you know, someone's dumb enough to stand there and continue doing that. It's just hilarious. But, you know, obviously they'll mix it in with the other ones. But if they're doing that, it's the same thing. It speeds him up. This is a good counter. So, again, it's up to you to figure out the pattern. And if you guess wrong, yeah, you'll have that moment where he'll have time to react, and sometimes they'll jump. But believe it or not, when someone's a pattern player of Dhalsim, and you know they're used to his long attacks, stuffing your drive rush or stuffing whatever you do, a lot of times they'll still try to hit you out of this. So I don't recommend you. Obviously, the ideal range is, you know, we all know. He still did it. We all know that obviously the ideal range is hard. It's close enough so that he doesn't do that gather thing first. So I guess it, okay, so you can't do that from close. You can't do it from close. But I guess you got to give it. It has to have a certain amount of startup time. Never looked at the frame data. But yeah, I mean, obvious. And the same thing goes for this one too. If you time it, again, people play in patterns. They're not going to be stupid and just. What's up with that? They're not just going to just do that one button over and over again. And then you have obviously this can counter his moves, but it can't. This can't counter his that lower punch from that first one we looked at. See, you can't punish that, but it's a low, so just jump over. Alright, what's this one? We already looked at that. You can do the same thing. You get the point. Don't do it from that far. You want him. You actually want him to hit you because it speeds you up. So you don't do it where he can't hit you. But that's his medium. It's a little bit faster. You see how quick he can do it again. He'll have maybe time to react. So if you figure out that's what he's going to be doing is this stupid punch thing. You can try that. Let's see if the OD. I don't start. Alright, you get the idea. What else I got? This stupid thing. Just jump over it. You can't punish that. This might even stuff your. It might even stuff that. Let's get within range. Nope, doesn't stuff it. So you can handle his normals. Now let's look at some of his other stuff. Alright, now we're gonna look at this foolishness here. Right? We know every Dhalsim does this, they vary it up some. So what you wanna do on this, jump over that and block that one. And obviously you can walk under it if you're close enough. But it's not hard. It's not complicated at all. Take your time. Now, obviously, the reason when someone's doing this, I only advance when they jump, because if you advance on the ground one right after the ground one, then he can hit you with a normal. So he can do fireball and then normal. But so rather than deal with that, if he's doing this kind of pattern, I'll just wait till he jumps. Then I'll jump over that little arch, whatever that thing is. I'll jump over the air one. What in the world? I'll just jump over that, and then when I'm on the ground, I'm treating him as if he's on the ground. Like, I'm looking out for the normals. I'm telling you, they'll mix in their normal punches. And they'll mix in their normal punches. And when you're blocking all of that and you're able to gain ground, they're going to get scared. I'm telling you. There's really not much else to say about that. So let's do the. We're going to do the one with the arches. Right, let's back up first. Start recording. Alright. And then, of course, we know people will mix it up. Same thing. I don't walk forward on the arch. I don't. Because, remember I told you, one of the ways I used to bait people, is I do the arch and then I slide. So when I'm trying to move in, you know what I'm saying. It's kind of hard to talk and do it at the right time. If you do move up, I will move up a little bit. I won't say, oh, now is my time to get right next to it. Because I do yoga arch, and then slide. Alright, so now let's look at the teleport foolishness, the air teleport foolishness, right? So you plan, and then he gets you with that, right? This actually works better on people that block a lot, hold down back a lot. Because one, if you're crouching, it's going to hit you since it's an overhead. And then two, if you're holding back and he goes behind you, you're now holding forward. So if you jump, it's going to hit you. You got to lariat. You got to be quick. Look at the AI mixing this stuff. You got to be quick because he can hit you. Why is that there? See? He's not supposed to teleport to the ground in this scenario here. If you're too slow, see, if you're too slow, it'll hit you. But understand, first of all, if he's hovering, let me just stop. If he's hovering in strike range, because you know he's got stretchy limbs, I wouldn't walk forward. I would just stand here or do your trusty good luck with that. He's going to teleport. But if you're in strike range and he teleports, or he floats, wait for the fireball or wait for him to teleport, because that's all they're going to do, really. When you play against the higher levels, they're going to start doing like the drill kick and the headbutt thing in the air and all that. The lower levels, they're just going to do fireball or teleport. So, you know what? Let me create a mix-up here. I'm going to leave it as is. So again, why am I walking towards him? You shouldn't be crouching either. I don't know why I'm crouching. It's hard not to walk towards him when he's doing that. Alright, let's start over. Let me try to do it like this. I'm going to be blocking. So yeah, so if he does that, you can just block or lariat if you can catch it. One of the other teleports he does with his medium punch. He didn't do it. That's a little bit quicker. If you crouch. So this one only works if he's what do you call it? If he's floating low. It's the only way this will work. Again, you can block it. Larry. Now here's the thing, don't be like me in this training and anticipate about walking forward, because then he'll just come down and punch me in the mouth. So this one, stand up and block. Larry. He's not going to throw a fireball from there. Every time. He's not going to throw a fireball from this low, because it's not going to hit you. And the only other teleport thing that he has from this low is this. And that seems like it's even slower than the other one that I just did. So let's try that. Standing. You can stand up and block it. Oh, that beats the lariat. Unless you gotta be really waiting for it. Okay, yeah. So sometimes it'll beat the lariat. You gotta be quick with it. And also, to be safe, make sure you're holding back as you do the lariat. You're holding block as you do it. Let's see if I can drive this. I didn't see that. Nope, can't do that. So, but you can lariat if you're paying attention and you're quick. Or you just block it. Just make sure you're holding back. I'm telling you, when... Let me go back to Dhalsim. If you're playing him and he does this is the low teleport where you don't jump first. It's just a regular low teleport. He's going to either do this, he's going to do this, or he's going to do that, or he's going to do this. No, wrong button. Or he's going to teleport. If I'm doing the low one, I'm either going to do this, or I'm going to do that. Like, that's really what. There's nothing else he can do from there. Wait, no, I take it back. He can do that. He can do that. But you don't lose anything if you just stand here and block. Now, I don't know if you have to block this low if he hits you. I'm gonna have to check that out. Let's test it. That didn't work. Alright, let's see if that is counted like a block it low. Nope, you can block that standing up. So everything that he does from the low float, hover, whatever that you call this thing, every move that he has available to him from this can be blocked high. Now he does have the headbutt. Nobody will do that. You just see like Mr. Crimson or somebody doing it. Right, the average person ain't doing that. Or if they do, they'll do it at the top of their jump where you can punish them. Right? Oh, the other. So you got Lariat. How about this? All right, let's turn it. Let's go back to the re. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, let's make another one. Where we go. All right. So let's play these two. Oh, I'm supposed to be practicing the so you can hit him with that if you hold the button, but if you're holding backwards, like you're blocking and then he teleports and you're still holding back while you press the heavy punch, you're going to hit the head button. It worked. It worked. that time. So if you want to counter that with your it's so hard. If you want to counter this with that punch, you have to make sure you let your stick go through. Right? There you go. Let's do it one more time. Now, he may, if he does that the kick one, he may have time to throw it. This is my first time actually my first time figuring out how to actually make the dummy do stuff. So bear with me. I'm gonna turn it off. So that's pretty much it. I hope this video has been useful. That's really all you gotta figure out. The main thing is punishing those long normals. Those long normals. The main thing is punishing these long normals, or at least blocking them. But you want to punish them. So again, the upper body ones, your Siberian Express will tell it. You gotta remember, this is his hitbox is where his arm is. So once that first hit hits you way out there, he's gonna warp to Dhalsim's body and finish the move, finish the throw. You can't do anything about it. And a lot Dhalsim players don't know that. A lot of them don't know that. So they'll just be doing this, and then if you get them once, they might be like, what was that? That was a fluke. They might not realize, well, that's how it's intended to work. Just the same way you can lariat his hands. But you can't, you can do Siberian Express against this one, but you can't lariat that one. Right? And then when he does this foolishness, when he does this, here comes the slide. Well, that's what I do. Especially if I knock him down. Go back to Dhalsim. They took me off of it because it was too long, I guess. Especially if I knock you down or throw you. On wake up, I'll do this. Woo. I mean, he got up pretty quick that time. But... Boom. There you go. So if you get the arch, resist the temptation to walk forward. Just block. And he may even slide into you like a dummy because I do that all the time. I do that all the time sometimes because I'm telling you, Dhalsim players are pattern players. They're not reacting necessarily to every movement you do. They have one pattern or two patterns, and that's what they're working on. So, upper body stretchy limbs, lariat, or this, and time it properly. The fireball crap, the arch one from the air, jump over it, walk under it, whatever. When he's back on the ground, you can anticipate the ground fireball if he's an idiot. But if he's going to continue that pattern of ground fireball, upper fireball to wait for you to make a mistake, then just deal with the top one. And look, you're still getting closer. Even if you start off back here, you know, air fireball, jump. Ground fireball, you can parry or just block it, whatever. Air fireball, jump. You're still going to get close to him. And obviously, yeah, he's going to teleport at some point. But that's when you get a life lead and you just be patient. That's the thing. Patience is the thing with this matchup. Alright, so we're going to be looking at some of the matches I played. I played a bunch of matches against this one Dhalsim in casual mode. So this was a perfect round. You want to see a lot of the stuff I mentioned in my tutorial. You're going to see me put it into practice here.
Round 2. Fight.
You notice I'm only advancing when he jumps. Because I mean, I had the advantage of playing him quite a few times. And I probably beat him like 8-1 or something like that. But I played him a few times, you know, so I knew kind of what he was going to do. You don't really get that when you're playing ranked. I understand that's what makes it tougher. But I'm just explaining why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm only jumping when he jumps. When he's on the ground, I'm not advancing. And then there you go. How do you rewind? I kind of knew that was coming, just standing fierce. And watch how Zangief teleports. Told you, see? Told you. You can do it if you figure them out. Unfortunately, when you're doing best of 3, you don't really have time for all that. But you gotta be patient. If you want to win this and you're tired of losing points to a scrubby guy who's only able to beat you because he's able to keep you away, but you can tell he's not that good. And by the way, I'm not talking about the guy I'm playing. I'm just saying I've been in that situation, right? Be patient. And of course, you know, once you're close, they ain't gonna know what to do. There's a lariat on the teleport. I knew it was coming at some point because he's in the corner. Good match, and I didn't do anything really special. I didn't do anything great. I just kind of, I guess what they call it, a knowledge check. Just do what to do. See, again, I'm only advancing. Like, you don't have to play this way, but I don't know how to drive rush. Oh, I do, but I can't get it to work for me for nothing. I don't know how to drive rush. I don't know any combos, so I play very simple. And you don't have to end the round quick. I know it's not fun. You know, you don't want to play against someone who's running away from you all the time. But if you're not patient, you're going to make mistakes, and then you're going to get frustrated, and then it's just going to go downhill from there. Oh man, I missed that one, but it's something I wanted to, I forgot to mention in the tutorial as well, is that if you time it right, not so early as what I did, but if he throws a fireball, he has to come down. And if you time it right, you can absorb the fireball with Siberian Express and then grip him up as he lands. That takes practice. Maybe it's not worth your time because you only play Dhalsim once a week or something, but it's just something to think about. And again, I told you that when people float high, there's only but certain things they're going to do. Unless they're a pro player, they'll mix it up some. But usually when people float high, they're going to float high and then they're going to hit you with that fierce, with those flappy arms. And if you're ducking, it's going to hit you. If you're blocking the wrong way, it's going to hit you. If you're not quick enough with your lariat, it's going to hit you. But lariat is a good option. But then as you can see here, drive rush as well. He's in the air. He can't counter drive rush you. Just missed it. It's time to get serious. So not only was he probably not able to reverse DI me because he was in the air, even if he could, there's no way he was expecting that. There's no way he was expecting that because he, you know, when you teleport behind someone, you got the one up on him. You know, you're catching them off guard, and he's worried about getting his hit, maybe his little combo he's going to do afterwards or whatever. You know, a lot of Dhalsim's normals are DIable because his hitbox is where his arms go. So if his arms stretch out, his hitbox or hurtbox, whatever you want to call it, it extends with it. So you can actually DI his outstretched arms, and you just got to be close enough to kind of capitalize off of it. You know, with an SPD or whatever combo or whatever. But you can DI him from pretty far away. Do we really need to watch that? You already know. Oh, I thought it was over. My bad. See how patient I am? He don't know what to do. Like, he's used to his... When I get impatient, that's when I start making mistakes. And but when you're able to handle their basic shenanigans, the average Dhalsim guy doesn't have much else. Let's look at another replay. This skin is terrible. Don't even match. It's not even on his face all the way. That Hulk skin. Why did I do that? I didn't know. Got me. Being impatient. I'm telling you, I want to say Siberian for patient players, for charged players, Blanca, Honda, Guile, DJ. Nothing works against DJ. But for charged players and for patient players who block a lot, Siberian Express from close range, whatever the name is when you do it from close range, it's going to be a good tool for you. I know sometimes you get hit out of it a lot and it's kind of annoying, or if you do it from too far, he does that animation first and it gives away your move. But if you're able to do it from that spot to where you're far enough away that they're not expecting a throw, but you're close enough so that he doesn't do that angry animation first, you'll get so much damage off of this against players who have to hold down back to charge, or who are really patient players who aren't jumping all over the map. You get them a lot, especially if you mask the movement. Like, for example, if you neutral jump, a couple times and you're just kind of like, I don't know, doing the little Street Fighter shuffle where you're just kind of filling each other out. If you're able to do that close enough to where he doesn't do that angry animation first, and you neutral jump, and then you do the charge and grab him, it's going to catch him off guard a lot of times because you're baiting them with just showing the movement. It's so different than if you're just standing there and then you do it, and then he sees you rush at him. And yeah, I don't know, you may say, well, he's only 3 plat, you're only 5 plat, so this isn't high level. But I'm telling you, I've done the same thing against higher level players with Zangief. It's patience, being observant. I missed, but you see how it's sped him forward. Right? It's just too far away.
Brace yourself.
Hey, where's that going? I don't know what that was. Whew, that's so much damage. See, every time. See, he didn't know what to do. Watch one more. You can skip through this if you want. It's going to be more the same thing. He ended up switching to JP. And I still was there beating him when he had JP as well. Last one. I'll review this and then I'll stop.
Show me everything. Round 1. Fight.
Remember I told you I do the slide on start? What am I doing? I'm guessing that when these random DIs, I'm probably trying to anticipate one of his stretch normals. So that's probably why I'm doing that. That was luck. I tried to get him on the other side, but it switched my influence and gave me. Just reckless now. I'm not even. I don't know what I was doing here. I'm just reckless. Just being patient. I could jump over them. Boom. I love that. It's so satisfying when it happens. Because I guarantee you, if you do that enough, he's not going to know what.
Look at this body of mine.
That skin fits on him so horrible. Yeah, trying to anticipate a normal fail. Maybe trying to catch him on the way down. See, he doesn't have a plan. He has a character that has a range of things. He doesn't have a plan. What am I doing? Missing input. Now, if he does the lower teleport, maybe he has enough time to land and reverse the IU, but not from all the way up there. So there you go. There's some footage, there's some tips,